What is going on? I'm zmoT. It is super duper snowy here, so these snowy pines are making a lot of sense at the moment. Speaking a lot of sense, we're going to go attack Miss Gearhart, and we're going to do it in the smartest possible way. Let's have a look. Now, this one, max levels, you could just BART out the shields and then go do some damage, but low levels not going to be an option because, actually, those are fairly low. I've never seen 80,000 health shield gens before. Low levels, if you really wanted to, you could probably put 3 attacks towards those and then come and do a core hit, but that's a lot to ask for low levels. So we are not going to do that. Everspark is not going to play a role this time. It is all Protos, and Everspark cannot hack prototypes. So gonna do things a little bit differently this time. Gonna be interesting. I will be doing something ridiculous, something stupid with my max level account with those Dr. Vitamin dudes. So do stick around. This is not a one-trick pony. We have many tricks to this pony. So we are going to put some damage on that laser right about there. Then we are going to check the ranges. Nope, can't check the ranges anymore. That's a little bit too bad. We're going to bring all of our troops right to here. I think we can do that without any smoke. And then, oops, nope, apparently we can't. So, lost a couple zookas on that right-hand side. Gonna go 1, 2 smokes right into there. And now, most of our zookas should attack that far laser. Some of them will attack the closest laser because they don't range that one. Should be good to go. 1, 2 shocks. Actually, might as well throw a 3rd shock over there. None of them ranged. A couple towards the end there ranged that far laser. And now we're just going to run away and throw a final barrage and artillery towards that laser. 3 lasers down. That is a massively fantastic start for low levels. Going to take a little bit of gunboat energy, a little bit of timing, and then just running the heck away. Cost us 62 diamonds, but getting 29 diamonds almost every day in Junior 9. Do check that description down below if you'd like to get yourself some free diamonds. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing yet again. 1 shock on these lasers, 1 shock on these. These ones, not a concern whatsoever. This time we're going to park down at the bottom here. Actually, you know what? We're going to come in from over here because we can just gather all of our troops right about here. They're going to group and gather and get hit by that right-hand side laser. Again, with me underestimating the range of those lasers. But you'll notice that my low-level zookas are not dying instantly to these lasers. That means there's not a lot of damage here. So we are definitely going to throw a med kit about now. I am going to flare that laser, shock, and we should be able to get all 3 of these lasers yet again, I hope, simply because none of them have to move, and then retreating 1 more time. Actually, you know what? We need to throw a barrage onto those mortars because why the heck not? Using all of our gunboat energy, 2 attacks in the books, and we've gotten rid of all sorts of good stuff. Not entirely sure if this is going to work, to be completely honest, but should be okay. Now, that grappler is going to do a bit of damage. That Doom Cannon also going to do a bit of damage, but we should be A-OK overall. Now, we're going to have to go slightly right of the core because of that Doom Cannon and because of those shock blasters. So I'm just going to do it again. Like, we're just going to check the range of those lasers. I'm going to bring all of... I forgot to reload my troops. That is not going to be super awesome, I have to admit. And then right into here. Like, exact same thing. Rinse and repeat. Bringing all of our troops right into here. Now, we don't need to get rid of those right-hand side lasers, but we might as well, just for the sake of it, just for kicks. 1 shock, 2 shocks. Out come all of our troops. If you're wondering why I wanted to get that flamethrower, it's because it is next on our target list. I should say, sorry, it is going to be a problem is what I was after there, because it is going to be right where all of our troops were going to be when it came to making them rush forward to get this laser right here. Just absolutely murdering all of our troops. And now we're going to run away from all those sniper towers. Should be in fairly good shape. This right-hand side not a lot of things can kill us. I mean, those sniper towers obviously going to do some damage to us, but we should be able to just walk through all of them. Gonna throw my gunboat energy onto that grappler. I doubt we can get rid of it. We wasted some on those mortars, unfortunately. But at this point, we're just clearing this right-hand side. I am not going to waste my troops going towards those sniper towers at this point. We have cleared all of the lasers using troops. Not your standard for me anyways. Now this account does have troop health. I'll just check the level of my zookas after we get one more crate here. We're going to retreat and throw that final artillery, not wasting any boxes, because as soon as you start wasting those boxes, it means that you're going to have fewer GBE next time around. But we didn't waste any diamonds, which is kind of nice too. So let's have a look, see what level the zookas are here. We have level 17 zookas. We are going to take the boats that have the fewest zookas in them and replace them with riflemen. Riflemen get twice as many shots in the face as zookas and 4 times as many as heavies, so definitely want to get some rifles in there. Now, do not use Kavan right now. I know a bunch of you probably are thinking, hey, Kavan would be fantastic. Nope, not the case. That grappler is going to make Kavan be not super awesome. We're just going to farm all the gunboat energy we possibly can. Going to throw a bunch of barrages back onto that grappler. Now, it might seem silly, it might be silly, but we've got tons and tons of gunboat energy here at the shore, so we are not going to walk up the front. We are going to move way right in a second or two, just letting all of those critters distract all of the defenses, getting some free gunboat energy, and then we're going to move farthest possible to the right. Now, I said the grappler was going to affect it, so we couldn't use Kavan. Turns out we're going to get rid of the grappler here in a couple seconds. So if you wanted to use Kavan with second wind, not a bad idea, but I just find that against sniper towers, Everspark's going to bring us so many critters that I think it would just be silly to bring Kavan, because he's not going to be able to heal anyone, and his second wind is going to bring us some troops, but there's going to be more troops brought to us by Everspark just dropping critters every few seconds. So my personal opinion is keep with Everspark and the critter swarm, and you should be absolutely golden here. We're going to try and shock as many sniper towers as we can at a time, just trying to keep those riflemen alive. And at some point in the next little bit, I'm going to try to get rid of that grappler, but our GBE has been used up for other tasks, so bit lean on the gunboat energy, especially considering the fact that my gunboat energy statues absolutely suck. But look at this, we have basically done a save the core-ish style attack with low levels. Definitely could not save the core on this account at the moment, because there's 2, 4, 6 flotsams back there, 3 doom cannons, and 4 shock blasters, plus not to mention the mortars. And we are already getting low on troops. We've got most of our zookas alive, but we're starting to get fairly lean on those rifleman dudes. So also, most of our critters have started to go off to that right-hand side, which is not super duper helpful. Here they come, coming in, starting to get back into play, but we've lost a whole bunch of riflemen as we waited for our critters to start finally arriving. So realistically, probably don't need to go nearly as deep as I am getting rid of a bunch of these cannons, but we've got one more attack, so I figured might as well get rid of that last cannon there, and then we can pull back and only have to worry about that doom cannon. So mortar taking a couple troops, and then we're just going to back the heck off. And then we've got this beautiful little free snipe spot here. This might be too much for you. What you can do towards the shore is just drop a boat of heavies. That'll distract the lasers for a long time. You know what? Maybe I'll do that on a max level account just to show you what I'm talking about. I don't think I have the patience here to wait for these couple zookas to burn the core. I'm fairly confident they would, but we're just going to run away, and I am almost certain we have another attack. If not, then there is going to be a massive sad trombone moment, so don't go anywhere. You guys know what attack I'm on better than I do, I'm sure. Yes, one attack left. always trying to do the core hit on the 4th hit. That way, if something goes terribly wrong, or you just want to not waste time, you can always run the heck away. And another note, you can force quit as well. Force quit will get your troops to finish off the core without you having to do anything. If you have questions about that, don't hesitate to hit me up. If you have questions about anything, don't hesitate to hit me up. Love to be helpful and useful and answer the questions on the YouTubes, unless your questions are something along the lines of how do you hack. At every single dev build video, I get at least 1 or 2 of those. Also on my how to hack Boom Beach, basically saying that it's not possible, people still comment. So, bit wonky. Most 99% of you guys, though, good questions, good comments. One other note. As far as ads go, I had at least one person last week complain about ads. YouTube chooses the placement of the ads. If it's too much, let me know. I can go in and manually edit things, but between writing descriptions, creating a thumbnail, recording video, I tend to not have time or patience to go in and place ads. So, plus, I'm not a big fan of ads myself. Hopefully you guys are running ad blockers. I myself use uBlock Origins. Of course, that would take ad revenue away from me, so maybe consider turning it off on YouTube. Whatever. That's up to you guys. Don't want to be annoying. Let's do a quickie pause. I'll be back in just a second. You guys get some speed serum goodness. Warships related. I know I'm going to give you a little bit of details. I know I said skip the rocket choppers and go get cryo bomb. It turns out if you go get cryo bomb and then rocket choppers, make sure it's in that order, by the way. Pretty awesome stuff can be done. Some ridiculous attacks. Now, what I'm going to do here is I said that we're going to drop a boat of heavies. On your low-level account, you can do this as well. Drop a boat of heavies over about here, and then you can just drop the rest of your troops over here. And all of those lasers will target all of those heavies. If you have bullet, it's even better, but I'm not sure how many of you guys have bullet, and it wouldn't make sense to say for low levels and then go and drop bullet. That would be absolutely and utterly ridiculous. So all of those heavies gonna do all of the efforts. Now, by flaring a building, you'll notice that they're going to go over in that general direction, and then as soon as that building's gone, our troops are going to stay fanned out. So consider fanning buildings. You probably do that a ton in Warships, I'm guessing, but if not, that is a good little trick in order to keep your troops nice and spread out instead of doing a ground flare. Like, I know I preach on ground flares with warriors, but when it comes to using non-warrior troops, don't necessarily need to do that. So there we've got all sorts of troops spread out all sorts of wide. Now I do have life leaf rifles, by the way, if you're wondering how those rifles are staying alive against all of the lasers and mortars and things like that. Definitely not the right one today, though, because there are so many single shot defenses that we're just not doing super duper well. But I mean, look at this. We've cleared the entire front of the beach. Just absolutely crushing it. Let's get one more hack out on that mortar, and then probably need to flare over into this neighborhood at some point. Now, I can't believe how many troops we have left. This is mind-blowing to me, but again, just showing that these tribes, although they're not great overall, there are some great little options. Keeping your troops alive against PvP, not too shabby. We've got 4 of our bombardiers left, so we might actually be able to take this down if we come back into about here, wasting some of our troops on a couple of those sniper towers that we don't really care about too much. Everspark critters doing some great things. I can't believe we have 4 bombardiers left with all of those lasers firing. I'm guessing that that was partially due to our good friends, the heavies, coming out and distracting a bunch of those lasers. So do consider doing that, especially if you've got Bullet, like I said. Send Bullet off, get him to distract all of the lasers, and then send the rest of your troops in. Easy peasy, lemon of the squeezy. I kind of want to just let this go to see if we can finish it off. I kind of doubt we can, but I'm just going to let this run for a couple seconds here. See if we can do a weird, ugly, no-plan solo. I kind of doubt it's going to happen. We don't have nearly enough bombardiers chucking on that base. But it is moving. Like, that blue line is moving somewhat quickly, not drastically quickly. And I think we wasted a little bit too much time getting too many of those sniper towers, but I'm kind of impressed. Life Leech rifles with some bombardiers and a heavy distractor, pretty darn good. I think it might go. We got some drama coming, folks. That blue line is moving way quicker than I would have thought. Everspark's critters distracting the boom cannon and the shock blaster and the doom cannon. OMG, we might just have the ugliest, no plan, no thinking solo in the history of Warships. War Factory. Too many wars. I hate that I just used the wrong term, because I know a bunch of you out there hate Warships. Look at that. Boom shakalaka. That was absolutely ridiculous. Well worth the price of admission. Hopefully you guys are going to go out there and emulate that and do something equally ridiculous and silly. If you used silly troops, do let me know. You know what? I forgot about Dr. Vitamin. Shoot. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Like I said, forgot completely and utterly about Dr. Vitamin. We're going to mix in Dr. Vitamin here somehow, some way, and then I'm just going to send Scorchers, Mortars, Bullet. I really don't have a plan here, so I need to get one fairly quickly. We're going to use Scorchers because I don't think anything's going to come close to killing Scorchers. Need to mix in a couple boats of medics or all of our vitamins are going to be dead. Let's do that right about now. And then I'm going to use Kavan. Kavan with second wind should be able to give us... Kavan for second wind should be absolutely amazing, actually. Let's go. Dropping our troops in. We're going to send a couple boats of Scorchers here, a couple boats of Scorchers here, and then all of our medics, including... Oh, I should have tried to do it with nothing but Kavan. Kavan, just like yesterday's video, could have done very well, just simply based on all of the rifles, but... Now, we need to get rid of this back here as soon as possible, or that's going to absolutely ruin things. So, I am going to keep not even watching what's happening. Should have good enough skills with all of our troops taking care of themselves. Okay, there we go. Got rid of the grappler, which is going to do great things for our Scorchers. And now we just need to avoid some of the Doom Cannons. This is ridiculous. Like, full-on ridiculous mode here at the moment. Lost a Scorcher. Next second wind should bring that back right about now, though. And of course it didn't, because we've had too many of our clone rifle dudes die, unfortunately. So now we just need to get the heck over here, getting away from those Doom Cannons and things, using some smoke on our troops. Maybe throw some critters out there to hope... Uh-oh, lost a second Scorcher. Scorcher, third Scorcher. We are down by 2, 3, 4 Scorchers. We're down to 2 Scorchers remaining. Those cannons doing all sorts of damage, and pink zombies making it so that when pink zombies die, we bring back pink zombies instead of pink Scorchers, unfortunately. So, unlikely to be a solo, although if we get enough gunboat energy here, we might just be able to bring back something useful, as long as... what's his face is dead. So much for that. Here I thought we were saving all of our gunboat energy trying to get another Scorcher, but it turns out no go. So still, max level, just cruising through all of this, using ridiculous troops. Dr. Vitamin is almost all gone, unfortunately, but our Scorchers and our rifle dudes gonna be able to do lots and lots of damage to that core because of Dr. Vitamin. Dr. Vitamin kind of sucks, to be completely transparent here, but we've managed to get this far by clearing basically every non-doom cannon, non-shock blaster, non-flotsam, and our medics are distracting some things, so they're being somewhat useful by getting shot in the back of the head, so kudos to them, but it's just not going to be enough, unfortunately. We are going to have to watch all of our pink zombies die one at a time. You can't overheal a boom cannon shot to the face, so one by one. Turns out that Everspark is indeed better for the War Factory. I am going to leave you with this. No need to watch the end of this. Thank you for coming in. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you thought that solo was ridiculous, if you managed to pull it off with an XP37 to 48 account, and what the weather's like where you are, because we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 inches to, 15 centimeters of snow. So I shall talk to you soon. As always, throw code zmoT in your creator code. Hit me up in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT.